Hey, before the video starts, I have new merch. Check it out. It's really cool. I got to work with Juniper to create some really cool merch that I'm really happy with. It's so comfortable. We've got this one. It's like a dungeon, but it says XP to level 3 on it, and it's got, check this out. A fortress in the front, a dungeon in the back. Yep, that's how we do it here on this channel. This is also a limited series. It's only going to be available until June 7th. So if you want to get some, you should get it now. It's really cool. It's super sick. I'm super happy with it. And if this goes well and y'all like it, then we might get to do more in the future. I have so many ideas. There's Dungeon Delve merch I want to do so bad. Also, I'm happy to announce that there was a light lifting of tariffs, so they're not as expensive as they used to be. But you can save the most money by getting them in a 2-pack bundle. So head to XP to level3.store to get yourself a cool shirt. There's also a link down in the description. Okay, Dungeon Delve time. I think it's pretty relatable for a lot of game masters out there to not be fully prepared for their upcoming games. Look, I've sat down in this DM chair and I've just fully committed to being ready for everything when in reality I had nothing at all. And that works for a lot of campaigns because TTRPGs are in a special place where you can make it up. So I've been wondering, what if I needed to run an adventure exactly as it's written without ever even knowing what the adventure was until I sat down at the table? So that's what we did. I gathered all of my friends on a Thursday morning and told them to pick a pre-written adventure that I had never read before. And then I would spend the next 4 hours trying to make it work exactly how it's written. Welcome to Dungeon Delve, where we put the fun to the test. You know, when I'm about to run a game and I need to prep something really fast, and maybe the book I'm using doesn't have exactly the map that I need for an encounter in the middle of the jungles in Chult, or you want to seamlessly have your players head up to a castle or a village or a town, and they start a fight and you don't want to do theater of the mind. It's a common struggle for us game masters. But one of the greatest resources out there that you can use as a game master is one of my favorite TTRPG creators, Chaypeku, which this video is proudly sponsored by. I've been using Chaypeku's maps for a long time. Back when it was just a Patreon that had some cool maps, now chaypeku.com is a beautifully designed website that makes it super easy to browse through the thousands of maps and scenes and tokens. There are over 6,000 high-res battle maps with 20 variations per map with animated versions, which is something I really love because sometimes I'm like, yeah, I like having a sewer, but I've got demons in this sewer. It could just look like a normal sewer. There we go. That's a demon sewer. That is 100% a demon sewer. Thank you, Chaypeku. They've also got 2,000 plus different fantasy scenes, which really set the mood and can immerse your players into exactly what you want for your game. They also have variations, so yeah, that's what it says. It's over 300 hand-drawn tokens. You get full access to the token builder, new content every single week, and all of it is virtual tabletop ready with Roll20, Foundry, Alchemy. Me personally, I highly recommend it. If you play a lot online or you've got like a TV table like I do, it's unbelievable how clutch Chaypeku's maps can come in handy. And in my opinion, it is super worth the price. So go subscribe to the complete fantasy bundle now at chaypeku.com. Thanks for sponsoring this episode of Dungeon Delve, and now it starts. It starts now. It now starts. Go, fly, up and away video. Go, get, come on, start it now. Hey guys, welcome back to Dungeon Delve. Thanks for joining, thanks for watching. Today, I have no idea what's going on. I don't even know what I'm running. All of you guys do, and I'm a little bit afraid. I have no idea what is about to happen right now. I am so afraid that they have chosen something like unbelievably heinous. I think the biggest things I am afraid of having to run are like Castle Ravenloft, the Tomb of Horrors again. I at least limited them to D&D. Like, I'm not learning Cyberpunk Red today.
I hid it on the top shelf of the closet so that Jacob couldn't reach it.
Yeah.
And so, the Quests of the Infinite Staircase.
Oh, great! Oh, good. Yeah, great. I forgot I owned this. Is it the fairy one?
No.
No.
It's not the fairy.
Yeah,
but
it is.
The Pharaoh.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
We're testing Jacob here to see how much he can do off the fly. You know, he's a professional DM. He's done this many times. I have complete trust in. Honestly, I don't even know if this is like going to be that challenging for him.
Ancient Egypt is kind of cool.
I don't really know what's going on either. My goal was to create just a little heinous little guy in hopes that Jacob was not prepared for our players either.
Well, Today, we're getting the opportunity to kind of surprise Jacob. We got to pick whatever adventure we wanted to. Actually seemed harder than what it was. We had so many options to choose from, but we decided to do something a little newer. We liked kind of the vibe, and we wanted to be somewhere in the middle levels, somewhere like 7 to 10.
I know a couple of things about Pharaoh. I know that there is a pyramid, and that's it. No! Okay, so we're running Pharaoh. There's a background, the ruin of Bakar. I don't need to know any of that.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys picked this because you'll be 7th level characters.
And that.
I mean, that's
Hey,
fair.
we could have been 9. We could have been 9th.
Okay, Dieter.
Yeah. Hi. It's me, Dieter. Thanks for all the comments, and here's where you could put all of the boop, 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 boop. I'm here, I'm playing a Furbolg cleric called Orion. Personally, one of my favorite combinations.
Jack, your character's name?
It's me, Jack. I'm 6'4", and I'm back for more. I have the honor of playing Friendon Brazier, the dwarf fighter. He is a champion.
Emma, your character's name?
Do you need first and last name, or you just?
First and
I would like to hear first and last.
Middle name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Hi, I'm Emma. I'm playing Gong. Last name Gong. And he is a Goliath rogue.
Pepper, what's your character's name?
Hi, I'm Pepper. I'm playing Vorkath, a walking old-school RuneScape reference. A war wizard invoker. Straight, white, dragonborn, male. I'm ready to play the game.
Okay, this adventure starts with them in the middle of a desert. They have 2 options for hooks. One of them is exiled and the other is river restoration. Let's see which one they want to do. Exiled, the characters committed a crime or earned the ire of a powerful figure.
I don't think you have to even say anything else.
And we're... But you,
That one. Crime.
But what about river restoration?
Nah. I can't wait to...
Okay, you guys are in the desert, tracking through the desert.
On a horse with no name.
Yep, it's the Desert of Desolation, a part of Rauren, a vast desert out here, and you all have been exiled because you did some bad stuff. What were each of your crimes? DM no prep strategy number 1. If you need a little bit of time to figure out what's about to happen, one of my favorite strategies is to get them to talk about something, role play, or explain something to me so that I can read ahead while I kind of tangentially pay attention to whatever they're saying.
I'm an
Oh,
accomplice
you know.
for Valkith's crime, or
Yeah.
whatever. Valkoff?
What-
What is it? What's your name?
Vorkath.
Vorkath.
I'm an accomplice for
It's a reference
with
within a reference,
Vorkath's
and I forgot.
crime.
I think I accidentally broke you out of prison.
Oh, I love it.
Okay.
Oh, I love
And then
that.
we got...
yeah.
I'm glad they picked this exiled hook, though, because them explaining why they were exiled gave me just enough time to figure out where or why they're in this desert or how this desert even works.
Mine was
Amazing.
insurance fraud.
That's why you're a hermit.
Yeah.
You've been exiled for so long. At my discretion, you guys can begin the adventure with a camel or a horse. All
A
right.
horse with no name?
horse.
You have a camel, you have a horse with no name, and the 2 of you are servants to him.
Yeah, we're walking alongside.
Yeah.
Okay.
As should.
This desert sand so hot on my feet.
Your scaly feet.
Put me up on the camel.
Yes, my liege.
The gray mounds of the desert roll toward the horizon. Not one stone shows through the powdery sand, nor does a single insect scurry across its surface. All around you, the burning silence of the sea of sand is unnaturally oppressive and foreboding. Ash and dust billow around your feet and choke your parched throats. There is no landmarks in sight except the sun, which seems to burn hotter than ever. Somebody roll a d6.
6.
Okay. Oh. You've been exposed to the extreme heat without drinkable water. You must succeed on a Constitution saving throw. Because Dieter rolled a 6, it's 6 hours.
So we need 6 con saves?
We'll go one at a time.
Oh, God. Why did I have to roll good on this one?
6 hours of extreme heat. Gosh, I play fantasy to escape reality, not suffer through it.
But everybody roll a con
Yo,
save.
it'll be so awesome if we all die
Yeah.
of
Unless-
heat exhaustion before the
Unless
adventure even
anybody
begins.
has... who's wearing medium or heavy armor?
I'm wearing heavy.
Heavy.
You have disadvantage.
I
Okay.
don't have clothing at all.
You're naked.
I'm like,
Oh my god, your Dragon Balls are out.
I'm being sunburned. The funny thing about D&D and any kind of role-playing game is you do a lot of yes-anding. I guess whatever idea I had for whatever character I had before is gone. I'm now a noble of some kind that has committed, I'm sure, some kind of white-collar crime. Who hasn't? Who hasn't embezzled a little money? Who hasn't had some stocks and become a senator?
I could create water.
If you can create water,
Yeah.
how are you going to do that?
I cast the spell create water.
Okay, the water melts into the sand.
No!
You go, don't worry, guys. And it,
We didn't have the forethought
It
to stand
instantly
underneath it.
evaporates.
Yeah,
With a
yeah,
jug.
yeah.
You just did it, and we just watched it.
I was like, I'm thirsty. Oh. All right, I'll put a spell slot. I'll roll with disadvantage.
Yeah.
just don't. I think there's a way to. You know what? You're the caster. I'm not going to tell you to play the
No.
game. I'm playing my own
Yeah,
game. I have to
yeah,
figure all
yeah.
this out. Really, Dieter? Come on. I have to read all of this. Read your spells.
21.
Wow.
With but you didn't have
Natty.
disadvantage.
Disadvantage 3.
Fail.
Disadvantage 21.
Success.
Damn.
14.
Okay, you get 1 level of exhaustion, and this is unfortunately, this is a 2024 level of exhaustion. So you guys traveled for 1 hour.
Guys, I'm tired.
Would you like to sit on the camel?
I would.
You shall be doing that.
Psych!
Okay.
I jest. Help me down and you can have the camel.
There you go, my liege.
Oh, it's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's 2 humps on the camel. 1 hump for each of you.
Oh, great. Put it back up then.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Oh,
Don't ride on the hump.
That's what I'm asking.
Sit on the hump.
I don't know.
You guys travel for another hour.
Does anyone have something I can put water in?
I have
Yeah.
I have a bag.
I'll fill it with as much water as we can, and then I'll just have 4 straws.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, it was very, very cruel of them to give us no food or water, but it was extra mean to give us just straws.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Throw straws at us. I am so glad that that's just in the cleric's spell book because, hey, here's something that'll let you never have to worry about keeping track of something else again. Those are my favorite kind of things. Never keep track of arrows, never keep track of spell slots, never keep track of health points. We're all good.
So you cast Create Water on the bag, and it fills up with 7.4 gallons of water. Oh. The rest of it falls onto the sand. It like fills up. It goes like, it spills everywhere. And
I get under. I'm like,
you guys are able to drink the water with the straws, apparently.
Gong wants swirly straw.
is that what you sound like? Oh boy.
We only have crazy straw.
Are you gonna cry?
Gong wants swirly straw.
Fine. I break it in half and I cast mending to make it.
Yay! Oh, thank you.
All right, then you guys, you're sweating, but you are not gaining more levels of exhaustion, luckily. And eventually the heat subsides at around 3 p.m. exactly. And you guys finish traveling for the day. Somebody roll a d6. 5. It's the sun setting in the background, and there's like the heat waves, and you see this figure just like sauntering. He has beautiful like golden like earrings. He has horns, deep red skin, 10 feet tall, and he's sauntering, and he has like he has like these like beautiful enormous pants, golden belt, and he walks over and he's like,
Oh, damn.
Walking like toward us.
yes.
Why is he mewing?
Quickly, guards, look at him.
Yeah, the encounter reads, a snobbish Ifriti royal saunters across the desert. He demands each character pledge a vow of fealty to him or face his wrath. I love playing a guy who just has like 2 lines of text for his character. It allows me to fill in the blanks. It allows me to create the type of character that I want. No, actually don't care. It allows me to be silly. It allows me to do whatever I want. That's why it's fun. The creature makes his way up and stands over all of you. And his shadow is like on all of
How
you.
tall
just
is
says,
he?
Like 10 feet.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
And he says,
Big band.
pledge fealty or suffer my wrath.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh.
I am glad that I'm not the only one that finds this guy attractive.
I hate this guy. I hate him so much. Ew.
Meeting someone in the middle of the desert is already very odd. But when they're mewing and they're wearing a golden belt, I don't know, guys. I think this guy's gonna make us like swear fealty to him or something.
To whom do we pledge?
He puts his hand on your head like this, and he goes, "Me."
Look, I'm here to help out Vorkath. I'm gonna take it up, or I'm gonna let him take the lead and just kind of see what's up.
He kicks you in the gut.
Oh, you're
he's
so
like-
tall on this camel.
Oh, he hits you off the camel. You fall in the sand,
Oh.
and he says, "Pledge fealty."
Okay, I get up.
Gong. Pledge fealty.
Yeah, we're gonna pledge fealty, all right? It's just for play, not for real.
Okay.
For play.
Gong Gong doesn't submit to anyone.
Yeah, just for play, not for real.
What is that?
Handshake.
He smacks you onto the ground.
Oh,
Fail. Pledge fealty.
hang on. I think I dislike this. I will cast a spell.
I do.
I can't imagine he has a very good charisma save.
He did walk up mewing. So
He's advantage.
yeah.
He's on a mew streak.
24.
Holy!
Damn.
He goes like this.
Oh,
What do you hit him with? What are you trying to hit him
I'm
with?
trying to polymorph him.
What are you trying to turn him into?
I don't know, like a bird.
A bird?
Little
Little wings grow out of him, and he goes,
like an
no,
ibis.
Oh.
and he shoves them back into his body.
I'm sure we'll be fine. I don't think he is anything really. He's just a guy.
Okay, so they are here.
Did Jacob put an Ifrit on the battlefield?
Okay, Friendin, you're first. The Afridi says, "Fail, suffer my wrath."
I'm like, all right, I'll draw my greatsword and I'll
I'm
go
ready.
in. Ooh, 11 and 12?
Both of those miss.
Cool.
Do you have weapon specialization?
do.
Graze, you still do the.
Oh,
deal damage
yeah,
because you missed.
that's right.
You
Actually-
go over and you swing into him, and he goes, "Oh, oh."
Action surge.
He didn't even hit me that hard.
He's so cool.
Action surge.
Okay, a 16 misses, an 18 hits.
11 points of slashing.
Nice, just slash into him.
thank God.
And you just go. That's all you've got. Gong Gong, Gong Gong, it's your turn.
Can you make this guy gone?
I'm gonna hit him with my light
Gong
hammer.
gong, make him gone.
Please.
22 to hit. 22 damage.
22 damage.
Yeah, and he goes
Wow.
bonk.
What are you using?
A light hammer.
He goes like this, bonk, and he goes, oh. Orion,
Calm down for a second. I'm gonna cast
Okay.
sleep on him. You got to do a wisdom saving throw.
a 17.
Okay, that wins. Okay, never mind then.
He turns to the side, and he's the Chad meme, and he goes, no. He goes like this, he goes like this, and in front of all of you, flames, a wall of flames.
Oh, sick.
We're literally
Oh, it's moving.
Ouch.
all of you roll a dexterity saving throw. Orion, what'd you roll?
14.
Fail. You
Yeah.
take 36 fire damage.
Ouch.
What'd you
I rolled a
But I'm gonna
19.
believe you guys.
19. Success. You take 18.
18 fire damage?
18 fire damage.
Pep rolled a 19 on the die, so.
Oh, me?
You take 18 fire damage. What'd you roll?
16.
Do you have evasion?
Yes.
18. Vorkath, you take 37 fire damage at
I'm
the start of your turn.
unfortunately unconscious.
Okay.
We're gonna DP. 5 seconds
That
into
really
the
sucks.
game.
You just don't get your turn, unfortunately. Afridis are no joke. If they don't play this well, this is going to be the shortest episode of Dungeon Delve ever. I don't even know what we're going to do if they do TPK. That would be insane. Friendin, it's your turn.
Do I take the damage?
You take 35.
I'm still up.
Oh!
Barely. I'm going to second wind for sure. I want to get out of the fire.
You are no longer in the...
Thank God. All right, 2 attacks with the great sword. The 12 probably misses, but the
12 misses.
19.
19 hits. Roll
So
damage.
4 damage for the miss.
Okay.
13 points of slashing damage. I believe he has to roll concentration checks for the
He
wall of fire.
succeeded the first one, but failed the second one.
Oh, thank God.
You get up behind him, Friendin, and stab into him a couple of times. He goes, "Ow, ooh!" And his hand goes, and he falls on the ground. And he turns around and he looks at you, and he's kind of like in that horror Lou pose, and he's like, "That was rude." Okay, Gong Gong, it's your turn. You do not take the horrible fire damage and die.
You're welcome.
But Vorkath is unfortunately a smoldering pile of flames, like,
Damn. It's hot. It's spicy out here.
and the sun is also beating down on you. It's really bad.
Damn, we'll bring the water.
The camel, who's currently a safe distance away, is like,
The camel has the straw in its
Yeah.
20 and 21 to hit.
both of those hit. Roll damage.
20 damage.
Nice job, guys.
Nice.
You guys are doing great.
Oh,
Keep it
my
up.
knee.
Do you have like a ball peen hammer?
Yeah.
Oh, this Ifriti is pretty tough. Luckily, Dieter on his turn is able to do some healing, getting Vorkath up with a couple of hit points. Then Dieter uses his Twilight Cleric ability. Whenever a party member ends their turn, they can either choose to no longer be charmed or frightened or gain temporary hit points. This may be the clutch that saves the battle, but it is now the Ifriti's turn, and it's going for Frendon. He looks over, he's like, that was rude, as he's holding his hands out like this, and then he puts his hands up like this, and then a heated blade comes out of the ether,
That's
and he goes,
so cool.
and he attacks you with it. 30, that's a crit to hit you.
Youch. Okay.
24 slashing
Cool.
damage.
As a reaction, I'm going
Okay.
to use my interception fighting style to
Okay.
reduce the damage.
You take
All right?
16 slashing.
Still up?
And then you take 15 fire.
I'm down.
Oh, no.
You like, ping, you block one portion of it, and then the burn, like, you're like, "Ugh!" You get burned by a portion of the blade, and then you go down. And he goes, easy.
Guys, I don't want this to be my first death on the dungeon delve. I've gone so long. My living streak is so on point right now. I'm going for a flawless record here. If I get killed by this random dude in the middle of the desert because he just wanted to immolate me because I didn't think he was the coolest dude in the world compared to Pepper, I don't know if I can go on.
The party is holding strong. We're going to jump ahead a little bit because I don't want this entire video to be Ifriti combat. Pepper throws a Ray of Frost, which does some damage. Emma deals some damage with the hammer.
It's hammer time.
Jack fails his first death save, but Dieter casts Cure Wounds on Jack and brings him back up. It is now the Ifriti's turn, and unfortunately, if I look at the numbers here, he's not going to survive if he just gets surrounded by everybody like this. So it's time to be like Hercules and go the distance. You guys watch as the Ifriti disappears,
No.
and he casts a
Wonder which
spell
way he went.
and teleports,
Okay.
and he's now over here.
Oh my
okay.
God.
And he's over there, and he reappears, and he's like weaving flames as he's getting ready to throw him at you.
Ruh-roh.
Uh-oh.
Okay, and Vorkath, it's your turn.
I'm a little bit scared.
I'm a little bit
I use my bonus action, and I will give like a little dragon screech, and these wings will pop out, and I'll fly upwards
Nice. Nice.
So how up are you?
30 feet,
All right, 30 feet in the air. Nice.
and then I will cast a spell on him.
a spell.
And I think I need
You
a
have invocations
dexterity
too?
saving throw.
Sheesh.
I need a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw, that is an 11.
Oh, okay, he'll fail and take full damage. I'll cast lightning bolt.
Nice.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
So I'll fly and go
He's like, and then
41.
lightning and
Nice.
fire increasing across the battlefield. Holy he gets hit by that, and he goes like this. He goes,
It went straight to his heart.
and he's like, oh shit, oh. Okay, they have some ranged options. That's good. They're gonna have to spend their turn to dash to get to the Ifriti. They can't all have lightning bolts. He reaches for his protein shake. It falls over the sand. He's like, no.
Spills all over the ground. I'm going to run 30 feet diagonally in the direction of
Well,
him.
D&D doesn't care about
Hell
that.
yeah. I love it.
That's
And
nice.
as I'm running, I'm putting away the great sword and pulling out my javelins, and I'm gonna throw two
Yeah.
javelins at him.
Awesome.
I missed
Olympian.
both.
Okay.
Damn it!
And he's like getting his protein shake, and he looks up and he's just like, huh?
I hit the protein shake bottle.
He's about to drink it. Gong gong.
I'll dash for my bonus action.
70
35.
gets you in melee.
Oh, get him! Get him!
Damn.
Cook him, dude. Cook him.
Right. Yeah. How could I forget? Gong Gong is a rogue. Wait.
Smash! Smash! Smash!
Wait. Do you saunter back to him doing the same thing?
Yeah.
You're like, and he's like,
It's a very fast saunter.
Yeah, he's running and he's like,
sand.
Yeah. It's doing the Mr. Krabs like.
19 to hit,
dude,
and
Gong
then
Gong and this Ifriti fighting is like that JoJo pose where it's like from below and they're both like walking at each other. Yeah. What to hit?
19.
19 hits.
Does a 12 hit?
12 does not.
Come
But
on, you can do it.
You don't get sneak attack though.
6 damage.
Dieter casts a moonbeam, which does a little bit of damage to the Ifriti, but on his turn, he turns towards Gong Gong and brings him down with 3 strikes. Does take his entire turn to take down Gong Gong, so they're definitely bringing him down, but maybe he can take one of them down with him. Orion moves up and heals Gong Gong. Frendon uses second wind and then gets movement off of the second wind and is able to catch up to the Ifriti, but unfortunately misses both attacks.
I will healing word. Gong Gong gains 10 hit points.
Gong Gong, you're alive!
Nice.
Nice.
And as my action, I will move the moonbeam back on him.
Back in there.
Take 1 damage. I rolled 2 1s.
Damn, that sucks. Okay. The Ifriti then uses 3 of its attacks to bring down Gong Gong and Frendon down to 5 hit points. I'm like, yeah!
Put your armor on.
The moonbeam is doing tiny bits of damage. Gong Gong cannot get off the ground. I'm determined to at least take one of them with me. You were all prepared with your characters as soon as you showed up today. Now you gotta make up something for the game. Yeah, come up with a character now in the middle of the desert. Vorkath, it's your turn.
Come on, bring us home. Bring us home.
I go all the way up, eclipse the sun, and go.
He looks back like
Whoa.
this.
I got 2 attacks with my 2 Eldritch Blasts. Whoa, that's a natural 1 on one, and then an 18 on the other.
He has 2 hit points.
Invoker.
How do you kill him?
Damn.
I'll just shoot out both his knees so then he kneels.
Crazy.
Oh, as he's behind you guys, you're looking at him, he's like, oh, and then he watches his body is taken away by elemental fires. He's like, and he's defeated. You guys get 1800 XP.
Hey.
Whoa.
I don't know if it's a lot or not.
Wow, what a fun beginning to the adventure.
That's crazy. We're not even at the dungeon yet.
Yeah, that's insane, dude. Oh my god.
That's crazy.
I honestly thought we were just gonna have to start recording the episode again. This did not look good. I have no idea how we clutched that out.
Poor Gong Gong, dude. He was down and then he was up and then he was down and then he was up and then he was down and then up. His legs are a little tired.
It would have been really funny if I died, actually. I think I could go on. I would just be... it would be silly. But I'm glad we won, because that would have been so stupid if we all died to this thing. We're not even at the pyramid yet, and we almost died. Jeez.
I love high-level play. We're powerful. We get to do all kinds of crazy things. Twilight Cleric, let's be honest. Crazy good class. And it's keeping us all up. I think if we can keep this Death Spiral out of, or at least keep that in control, we should be fine.
You guys set up your camp. You guys long rest. You can remove your level of exhaustion.
Sweet.
And then you head out traveling once again into the desert. Somebody roll a d6 and then somebody roll another d6. This is how
I
long
will
the heat's
roll
going to
one.
last. And the other one is potential encounter.
Okay. I rolled a
6 hours once again.
3.
Damn.
3? Okay.
Wait, make water. Make water.
I can make water again.
Make wood.
You got to create the water in the bag method again.
Yep.
Which you guys can do to not gain levels of exhaustion drinking the water. But a dust storm begins to... A dust storm picks up, and it's making everything difficult to see. You guys can barely hear... can barely see out into the distance, and as you guys are moving, just after the dust storm begins, you guys can see what looks like an air elemental and 8 dust mephits are materializing from the sands to attack you guys.
Oh!
I think there's a pyramid and a dungeon in this adventure. We're on the first 2 pages. This is more of a desert simulator than anything else. But the party is able to defeat the air elementals and dust mephits and continue on with the adventure. And at the end of this day, you guys rest, but something happens. Okay. The book says there's a ghost, and there's a lot of flavor text. I'm going to learn this as I read it to them. A solitary man, dressed in tattered clothing, appears over the crest of a nearby dune. At first, he seems to shimmer in the heat and desert haze, but as he walks closer, it becomes apparent that he's a ghost.
Whoa!
Jacob just found this out as we did. He's like, oh, it's his boo.
He walks in a straight line that intersects into your path, shuffling along with a blank gaze, like a haunted man. He's getting closer. And then, like, as he's getting closer, the sun, like, fully sets. It's now night. And then, as he gets within 30 feet of you, he's... and he looks towards all of you and he says,
More like this.
I am Amun Sa, son of the house of Mo Palar. My spirit has walked these sands for time uncounted in search of mighty heroes to plead for their aid. In my time, I was a pharaoh of this realm. It was green and beautiful, blessed by the gods with magical waters that gave life to our land and nurtured our crops. But I was a foolish and cruel ruler. I should have protected my subjects. Instead, I taxed them into poverty
Oh my god.
to create a wondrous tomb for my own self-preservation. When they rebelled, I cursed them and this land. With my dying breath, the curse was fulfilled, but my soul was cursed as well. I am doomed to walk these sands until a mortal soul retrieves the implements of my power from my tomb, my magic staff, and the star gem of Mo Palar. Only then will the curse be lifted, freeing my soul and healing this broken land. Many have tried and none have succeeded. If you undo my terrible mistake by removing these two precious objects from my tomb, you may keep all the treasure you find within. Follow my path to wealth or woe, to destiny or doom. He then turns and walks somberly in a direction. He just
Oh, we have to.
Oh,
I think we have to follow him.
Sure.
That's what he said. We have to follow his path.
We'll follow.
It'd be really cool if we could just follow him to the tomb and then long rest.
Yeah, for real.
but it's an entire day.
Whoa.
Oh, and we have to run it exactly by the book.
He
right.
does not stop. He
just keeps
continues
going? We
just
going.
go.
And you guys
Damn.
have to through the night continue to
Oh, well,
follow
that's
him.
fine. We can do that.
Yeah, but it's a forced march.
That's fine.
Yeah, I really got to hand it to my players this one. They're really good at filling space when I have no idea what is about to happen next. This ghost is leading them to the pyramid and apparently doesn't stop. Even though he wants them to go, and they've been traveling all day, so they have to like travel all night. They're going to gain levels of exhaustion, so I also got to figure out how the ruling for that also works. I don't... Okay. No.
Gong Gong don't want to help this man.
Why not?
Gong Gong woke.
Yeah, but what's more woke than bringing life to a desolate region, you know? Good for you, Gong Gong. That's good. In all my years of D&D, I've never actually done any sort of forced march type situation before. So I'm not really sure how this works, but I know Jacob does. It'll be great.
Extended travel. Characters can push themselves to travel more than 8 hours a day at the risk of tiring. At the end of each additional hour traveled beyond 8 hours, they have to see the con save.
Oh.
Okay. So
Each additional hour is kind of rough.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I guess we'll just have to ask him to wait.
you go up to him, and what do you say?
Like
Wait.
that.
He says, I am Amun Sa, son of the house
Oh,
of Mo
he's-
Palar.
he-
My spirit has walked these sands for a time uncounted
just
in search
keeps-
of mighty heroes to plead for their aid. In my time, I was the pharaoh of this realm, and it was green and beautiful, blessed by the gods. He says the whole thing.
This guy an NPC.
I see. Yeah.
This guy only have one unique line of dialogue.
Oh, damn.
This is what the book says to do. He just goes. He's like, well, you better follow me if you want to go to the adventure. I'm just a NPC that has no other thought.
Wow.
Okay, we're gonna say that it's 6 hours to the
Dang.
pyramid. So everybody roll a
6
Constitution
con
saving
save?
throw. Roll the first one. We
Okay.
have to do them one at a
Alright.
time.
We roll. We go another hour. We go another hour. And then we go another hour.
Oh, this is like band camp all over again.
6 hours?
Yeah.
That's what it says.
Oh my lord.
It says he doesn't stop. He says he's really annoying. And he just like doesn't do anything about it. All
Gong
right.
Gong want to sit down.
What'd you get?
19.
Success.
11.
Success.
10.
Success.
19.
Success. Again.
17.
Success.
22.
Success.
12.
Success.
19.
Success.
Yeah.
You guys are feeling pretty tired, but you're continuing on. You're not even feeling tired. You guys are fine. You guys are, let's follow the ghost.
16.
Success.
Ooh, I think I failed my first one.
11. Fail. 1 level of exhaustion.
18.
You succeed.
Oh, I failed for sure.
What'd you get?
7.
Okay, 1 level of exhaustion. However, that means, oh no, it just continues. It doesn't matter if you fail or succeed. Roll again.
Well, the
9.
Campbell's carried me
9.
already.
Fail. Carry
Yeah,
level of
wait,
exhaustion.
wait.
For-
What if we're on our horses?
The camel's getting tired then.
Oh, okay.
Well, at 4th level, enhance ability on everyone minus myself.
Oh, so everybody has advantage
And I'll do it on
con
con.
saves. You go ahead. You guys go ahead and reroll.
I succeeded.
Oh, that's much
19.
better.
Okay, so you guys succeed.
16.
You
I got
succeeded.
18.
And then what'd you get on your 4th one?
I rolled a 15.
Success.
Sorry,
5.
17.
So now we're at
character
DC
sheet.
15.
8.
You're
I
good?
got 19.
All right, you're good.
the camel!
I failed.
I still failed.
Okay, another one.
So I'm at 2 levels of exhaustion.
Okay.
I failed. So
Okay,
I have 1.
So
Yeah,
you have one.
I have to roll for the camel again. He fails again.
Okay, and then 16, the last one.
I got 20.
Nah, I fail.
So
12.
So you have 3,
Yeah.
and you have
12.
2, and you got 19 again.
No, 20.
And then
Damn, dude.
is the camel nearly dead?
Yeah, he's at 3 levels.
Eventually, after walking, what is it? You guys are traveling, and your speed is getting slower. The ghost is just on the horizon. You're like,
Wait.
Gong Gong is like,
keep up.
La la
la la la la la la. It was easy. Easy money. I don't know. Maybe you guys should just get on my level a little bit. It's really not that hard.
You see in the night.
Oh, that's cool.
You see the pyramid come out of the desert.
Okay, we're at the Luxor. I've always wanted to go.
It's a pyramid. Cool.
I know why everyone's so damn tired. Joe fell over. I don't know what his deal is. I keep telling him to try to kick the smokes. It really messes up his endurance, but he's gonna sleep for, I don't know, a little bit, and we'll go in the tomb and we'll figure it out.
Amid the vast desert, a great pyramid rises from the sands, barely touched by time. Stairs ascend from the sand to an opening in the pyramid. Near the base of the stairs rests an empty basin 100 feet in diameter. South of the basin, a deep stone channel cuts a path into the desert ground.
I go, oh, Joe, you look awful. Oh, we're here. And I hop up and I go, look at that.
The camel falls over.
I think he's sick.
Cigarette extinguished. He's just sleeping.
Let Joe rest.
I think he's sick.
I rolled an 18.
Yeah, you know that.
No negatives.
You recognize it as the Fountain of Athos, a former wellspring of life and the source of the river Athos. In Bakar's heyday, cool water sprang from the fountain, teleported to it from magical silos within the pyramid. And then the ghost of Amun saw gestures towards the pyramid and then heads back into the desert.
Oh. All right. See ya.
He's like,
Bruh.
He's off to find 4 more chumps to go on his magical, stupid
Goodbye,
fucking
Amun.
journey.
You guys have made it to the temple, the pyramid, as it would be. You see the enormous steps up before you. I've got this in the bag. I've run the Tomb of Horrors multiple times. I've run a lot of dungeons. I know how to read these things. I know how to run these things. I know what to look for. So there are stairs outside the pyramid that lead up to what looks like an outdoor platform. 2 people stand on the platform at the top of the stairs, flanking the pyramid's arched entrance, which is capped by a stone awning. The figures carry curved swords and are dressed in light, airy attire suited to the desert heat. Each also holds a torch. Okay, there are NPCs here. Great. And they have enormous backstories, and there's a bunch of them, and they guard the way, and they're explorers, and there's this much lore about them. Oh, great. Awesome.
It's a little weird that we're out here in the middle of the desert and we're told, oh, this spooky tomb, you need to go and find it. Then we get here and there's just like Bill and Ted standing outside. It's like, wait, hold on. I thought this was supposed to be like a mysterious tomb or something.
Hello.
Hello.
One of them says, hello.
I didn't expect there to be guards. If I know anything about pre-ends, it's that diplomacy is going to fail.
I only wish diplomacy would fail in this situation. It would make this so much easier. Because every one of them has to have their own little personality and thing that they're going to do in the exact moment. And I have to know how to accurately respond so they don't say information that spoils things. But I can't spoil things because I haven't even read the rest of this adventure. So I guess rule number 3 for running a game with absolutely no prep. Don't have a lot of NPCs. If there are NPCs in the game, then you gotta make that up and try to fix it later. For players, you can tell when your DM is not prepared at all when all of the NPCs just decide to attack you for some reason.
We require passage.
Nope.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, did
Turn around, go the way you came.
we have.
Don't care.
Okay. Huddle up, team. Huddle up. I think we're gonna have to kill these guys. Gongon, get in here.
Gong Gong killed for right reason.
Well, they're standing in the way of restoring this land to its rightful abundance. Is that a right enough reason for you? Don't you want to be a hero, Gong Gong? Don't you want to be a life giver?
Gong Gong take life away.
I look up at the guys and I'm like, hey, so we're going to keep talking out here. You guys are going to have to listen to us unless we go in.
You're pretty far away from them.
It's kind of weird to have people just say like, hey, no, can't come in. What, like, are they robbing it or something? Because otherwise, why wouldn't we just be able to go? You know what? Let's kill them.
Two siblings, Atfez and Pachi, neutral good human bandit captains, stand guard outside the pyramid's entrance, keeping watch for creatures that might disrupt the faction's activities within. Atfez and Pachi are members of the Atfez and Pachi are Atfez, the more assassins. If the characters make it clear that they mean no harm, Atfez and Pachi let them enter. Otherwise, they ask the characters to leave, defending themselves as necessary. I don't know how to communicate this to them. These are the most passive, strangely, like, lore-detailed guards of a dungeon that this is so confusing.
Okay, I scared them.
Yeah, Gong, go ahead.
Give him a yelp.
Gong Gong will have to hurt you if you not move. They're so scared they're silent.
You scared them stiff, Gong.
Hey, what are you even doing here, huh? The other guy is just like, he's like trying to get him to stop. I'm sorry about him. You really shouldn't. And he's like, brother, Pachi, come back here. And he runs after him. I'm so sorry about my brother's insolence. Who are you?
Gong wants in.
Please, come inside.
Thank you. You're very generous.
The air is cool and still in this vast limestone
finally.
chamber. 3 pillars line each side of the room, and corridors lead to the east and west. A 20-foot-tall statue of Amun Sa, the ghost, stands before the north wall. The room is brightly lit by sconces on the pillars. An intricate fresco once adorned the walls with artworks and hieroglyphs. Now much of its plaster lies shattered on the floor. A human woman in priestly robes paces about the room, overseeing 5 scholars who work to reattach the pieces to the walls.
I thought when we'd get here, it'd be like empty. Like it had been empty for a long time. And that's why this ghost needed us. And like no one was taking it on. Nobody was doing it. No, there's a whole team here. There's a whole group of people just ready to... Why didn't the ghost ask them?
And they definitely have things to say. Jesus Christ! You guys walk in. He says, I said, these guys were outside.
Hello.
And they want to help us. They want to help restore the river Antfer. You know,
Athos.
The river Athos.
Okay, it's pretty neat. Cool to have a little crew of NPCs around, I suppose. I hope that they'll be helpful to us once we reveal what we have learned about, the ghost of Amun Sa and his fancy rod and star gem. Maybe we can work together on this.
And she turns and says, oh, very good. Who are all of you? Please introduce yourselves.
I'm Friendon.
I'm Orion.
Oh, what kind of name is Friendon?
It's like Brendan, but with a friend.
Wow. Why would your parents give you that name?
I don't know. They like the mummy.
Pick it up, Jacob. There's 7 NPCs. They all have unique lives and backstories. You need to tell us them all right now so we can assess if you need to kill them or not. And I need to know what kind of information they have. So if you could wrap it up so we can move on. We're finally in the tomb and now you're the one holding us back?
Hey, are you aware that there's a ghost of this guy walking around the desert? He told us to come here and check the place out.
Wow. I'm not sure about that. Are you sure the desert heat and exhaustion wasn't getting to you?
I mean, it can kind of be weird that all 4 of us saw them.
Would all 4 of us hallucinate the same exact thing?
Yes, that's happened countless times in
Yeah,
history.
but then he kind of led us here.
Right, none of us
we did
knew
follow
we were
him here.
Yeah.
We did not know of this place.
It's also sort of like a residual haunting, like he just did
Wow.
the same thing over and over.
I'm skeptical about your encounter with the ghost of Amun Sa himself.
Well-
if it truly was actually there, perhaps somebody's playing a prank on you. Oh, great. They're basically Skyrim NPCs, and they just go, I don't believe you, and I'm not going to help you. I'm just here.
He mentioned something about his staff and the star gem of Mopilar. That sound familiar?
Yeah. How does that track as far as
Ring any
hallucinations go?
bells?
I don't even. Never heard of that. This is the pyramid of a moon saw, the last pharaoh of a bygone kingdom known as Bakar that once occupied these lands. I lead the Tears of Athos, a newly formed group of historians, priests, and descendants of the people of Bakar. The Tears of Athos arrived at the pyramid. We arrived 2 days ago, and And Amun Sa built his tomb at the river's source, so it stands to reason that the secret to reviving it must be found inside.
It does. It is.
Well,
we need to get the treasure from within.
Oh, I see. Well, originally, I brought experts on Bakarian hieroglyphs with us on the expedition. Unfortunately, a purple worm ate those experts.
Oh.
Yeah, were you guys doing the sand walk through the desert?
Totally. That's why we weren't eating. Hey, but I know a guy who's great with hieroglyphs. This guy right here. He
Truly.
can comprehend languages.
Well, that is a valuable skill to have.
It is.
The surviving tears, we've made good progress reassembling this room's broken plaster, but we haven't translated any of the hieroglyphs. The hieroglyphs on the walls that's a different thing. And she says that's all I know. What is the purpose of these NPCs?
You know, I knew hieroglyphs when I was like in middle school or something. Completely gone now.
Would you like to try to translate some of them for us?
If that would be of assistance, I could. Language.
You can translate a passage of hieroglyphs with 10 minutes of study and a successful history check, or if you just catch comprehend languages, then you don't have to roll a check.
Oh,
Pretty
let's freaking
useful
go.
that you have that.
Nice.
I'm useful to the party. I got wombo comboed in both combats, and I can read a little thing.
You know what, Pep? I've literally never read this before, so you get to also read it for the first time.
Get out of my way, Frida.
Excuse me.
Gong. My glasses, please. That's a telescope. My glasses.
Hands you one of those.
The groan tube.
Hey, my groan tube.
This is the grown tube that we took away from him because he kept making it.
Give it back.
No, don't give him that white speech.
All of the people inside right here,
concentrate.
they look at each other and they're like, and they saw a ghost. That was probably just their groan tube.
Hey.
Watch
Sorry, I
it.
thought you shot a laser at it.
I just whipped it around really fast and pointed it at them.
Oh, it's a moon saw.
Oh my god.
You
Gong Gong is
better
standing
watch
back
out.
with one of those.
Sorry, they're just stimming.
I get a light chaser.
Jesus. Yeah, pull out my fidget spinner and hit my groan tube. Jesus Christ.
I, Moon Saw, set forth a record of myself and my dealings with the world. Our land is rich and green and fertile lands. The river,
Athos?
okay, I'm making sure you were there. Athos is the mother of our homeland, giving a land with a wall. Kind of wordy for a poor DM to have to read it. I got a brief glimpse into the book, and poor Jacob's trying to decipher his own hieroglyphs in that damn book. Godspeed.
Even if I had time to prepare for this, I think I would be just as confused and frustrated because this is insanity. None of the information on the hieroglyphs is helpful. They are equivalent to the Tomb of Horrors riddle on the ground that is tangentially helpful, but you do not need to read it in order to know what to do here. It's like the person who wrote this wanted there to be like cool lore behind the pyramid, which yeah is fine, but don't like make NPCs be like, be cool if somebody read it. That would be so cool if somebody read all the lore for this pyramid that I made. And then we're just going to be completely unhelpful in any other regard. They exist to just explain lore. My favorite.
Yet only a few years after my father's death, his burial place was desecrated by thieves. Ooh, dun dun dun.
By bees?
By thieves.
Pictures.
Thieves. Well, stop eating your cookie and write.
The bees are like, take everything that isn't nailed down.
It's a swarm. I was tortured by the thought of his spirit wandering the plains, alone forever. Ironic.
Ironic.
They all roll their eyes.
Told you.
You know what we should have done? We should have told them everything that he told us and then translated the hieroglyphs.
Fuck, I should just say, you know what? And this wall says, I am among
Jack makes a perfect point. They could have literally proven that they have met Amun Sa, but I have no information on what they do. They just say they disbelieve the party. What do these researchers do with that information? Why aren't they going deeper into the pyramid? Why are they here?
You didn't show Gong Gong the pictures.
Sorry. Here you go.
The pictures, they're all pictures, Gong Gong. They're hieroglyphs.
All the words are pictures.
Oh, Gong Gong, come here. Oh, look at this one. It's a bee.
This is a bee. This is it's a hawk of some kind and a boat with a man in it holding a jar.
Like that.
This is an Ankh. I just have an Ankh.
Yeah. This is a cat mummy.
I have no information. I do not know if they help you or not. They just
Cool.
go, thanks.
Cool.
Yeah, great.
That's rad.
We're gonna go deeper. We'll see ya.
I do hope you solve all our problems. Pick a wall. Oh, okay. You put your hand on the wall. It feels like smooth limestone.
I close my eyes.
It's still a wall.
My man. We're back.
Yes! It feels good to be back!
We're back, baby. We're back.
Okay, finally, we're getting away from these NPCs and we're going deeper into the actual dungeon. This I can handle. This I can do. And thank God they didn't convince all of them to, follow them deeper in. Every DM's worst nightmare. Hey, gaggle of stat blocks, wanna come with us? No, your DM never wants to do that. And if they say that they do, they're lying.
I would kneel down on the ground and touch the stone, and I'm going to use one of my dwarven features. I'm using Stone Cunning.
Stone cunning, what does that do?
As a bonus action, I can gain Tremor Sense with a range of 60 feet for 10 minutes. I must be on or touching a natural or worked stone surface to use this.
You like that?
Fuck, that's cool. God, the public reception of 2024 is like, meh. And then every time we play it, I'm like, that's fucking awesome. And then the Pathfinder bros are like, oh, I'm actually Pathfinder.
And then the turbine spins.
And then
The turbine spins
and
and
the infinite energy.
yeah, I'm going up to the wall. I'm feeling the vibrations of Shai Hulud underneath us.
In fact, you can tell on the wall right before you is there is a passageway beyond.
I would say that. I would say there's passageways behind these statues.
Pulls out a little guitar and goes, "Two lovers."
I love what Wizards has done with Stone Cunning before in 2014. It was just kind of a blah feature, like you got advantage on history checks for stone related works or something. This is so much better and just adds a new layer of flavor to the dwarven species. Imagine delving into the depths and you tap into the stone itself to feel things around you.
I'm super appreciative of that new mechanic they gave them. I've never heard a dwarf actually use stone cutting before. Although I will say, the people that were here just never bothered to look behind the statue. You guys have been researching and you just never went around to look for other things. Good job, guys.
I feel like Jacob's being a little generous with how it's being applied here because I think Tremor Sense typically only detects movement. But hey, I'm not going to look a gift camel in the mouth.
Yeah, I know that's not how Tremor Sense works, but there is no other way that they can find this secret door. It literally just says, the statue of Amun Sa conceals a secret door that leads to area P8. That's it. Hope they just fill up all the walls and decide, maybe that's a door. Maybe we can go that way. The pyramid's rooms are unlit, so
okay.
you need to have a light source. Who has a light
That's
source?
fine. Actually, hang on. I tap 3 of them on the forehead and I give them all 300 feet of dark vision.
How do you do that?
Twilight Cleric, baby.
Twilight Cleric.
That is so awesome. So the party heads forward, and there is this next section where there are 2 giant, as the book describes, silos of water. So these originally existed in the pyramid, and they teleported water to the nearby crops, and that's how they got the water. But there's still flowing water in the pyramid. Now, I haven't read the rest of the adventure, so I don't know how that is happening, but the way that it describes it is that it just evaporates at an accelerated rate. We have buckets. Maybe we just get some buckets, or we can dig through the stone. There's infinite water pouring out here. What is this whole water subplot going on with this is here? There's literally water in the pyramid? Why can't they just be empty? And then, like, when you solve the problem of the pyramid, then the water comes back instead of it being like a weird teleporting function.
Water.
The thunderous sound of cascading
Yeah.
water fills this chamber. Sorry, you would have totally felt that back there. But maybe if I had read this adventure before, I could have told you that. The shaft drops 120 feet into
Maybe it's just because I'm a GM as well who uses words like, slick or wet or shaft. Unlike my friends, I have put away childish things. I am mature. I don't laugh when people say shaft because I have no more joy in my heart. Only cold, calculating focus on the game at hand. This is Dungeon Delve. I take this shit seriously.
The shaft drops 120 feet into turbulent white water.
Oh. Oh, thank you.
Hey, yo! 50 feet below the entrance, water gushes from an opening in the north wall and fills into the reservoir below, which is it looks like it's about 30 feet deep. You can tell it's about 30 feet. Well, no, you can't, because it doesn't go that far.
My eyes go. I thought I could see.
Yeah, that's it. That's what you guys
I've
see.
unlearned.
You see water.
We found the water, the source of his power here. Maybe we can give access to those people. Maybe there's like a river somewhere in here that's just been trapped for who knows how long.
A domed ceiling peaks 30 feet above the floor of the hallway leading into this humid chamber.
Oh, it's humid. Ooh, a little warm.
Yeah.
Gong Gong likes humidity.
Okay.
Makes muscles pop out.
All right. Well, good
Yeah,
for you.
he's like
He's not
this.
wrong.
He's just a little. He's a
Rose
little
bulking right now.
glazed.
Oh my lord. All
right.
I didn't realize.
Stop looking at Gong Gong like
No, sorry.
Look at Gong Gong.
Gong Gong has love for everyone.
Damn.
Ryan shouldn't
Gong
give me
Gong,
dark vision. If you want me to
Polyamorous
see.
Gong Gong?
He's a hermit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been so incredibly lonely.
Damn.
Jacob, that cookie looks like you're eating a big chicken patty.
All right, this long hallway leads.
Whoa.
This is some.
Trap.
Tomb of Horrors.
Yeah, he
shit.
did some traps somewhere around here.
These dungeons, I'm starting to learn that these dungeons need maybe some more planning, some more interior design or something, because it's always just a bunch of long hallways. And I feel like we could really condense things and maybe use up some less space if we would just have some more rooms that are right next to each other instead of having to walk, who knows, fucking sometimes it's like 50 feet down a whole hallway. It's like, was this necessary? I guess I could excuse it a little bit for a pyramid, but the base of it is a square. Why? You could fit so many rooms, and you might need like a hallway, like connecting them, but like it's all hallway. Oops, all hallway.
The musty smell pervades the hall, and dust covers the floor.
Gong Gong, did you just rip one in here?
God,
My bad.
this is an enclosed space.
Open a window.
Open a window in the stone pyramid.
A moon saw's like,
Oh.
you dare rip a fat one in my pyramid! Beyond the broken door is a huge room scattered with broken pots and chests that have been largely hewn into pieces. Everything is covered with a thick layer of dust, apart from a still intact chest and 2 vases. That's where they are.
Pick up one of the vases.
Okay, you go over and grab it, and your hand sticks to it, and a mouth opens up, and a bunch of eyes open, and a mimic attacks you. Trap. And then you watch the other vase and the other chest also go, and they also...
I should have
make their way
known!
in. Everybody roll initiative. I love a mimic.
Whoa! The one vase that was like unbroken? That's crazy.
Classic. I think it's fun. It's a cool thing. I prefer this over several pit traps. Even though Jackpot could send some now.
Guys, I'm going to be real. If I get murdered by this vase that is actually a mimic, I don't think I can go on. I don't think I can do another dungeon delve if I get murdered by a mimic. I mean, that's just humiliating. Heat exhaustion in the desert is one thing. And Efreeti, that's cool as shit. Air elemental, whatever. But a mimic, I don't want to be a mimic's lunch. Please, I don't want to die. God.
Well, this is actually my first time fighting mimics. I kind of suspected something was going on when it was a pristine chest and a pristine pot. But hey, at least they got Jack and not me.
It stuck to me. Help me. Help me. Oh. Okay, Gong Gong, you're first.
I go over to it. I'm gonna smash it. Oh, he sucks.
He sucks.
I missed.
This mimic right here, the one that was a vase, attack you with a pseudopod. It gets a crit. 10 plus 3 bludgeoning damage, and then 4 acid damage, and you are grappled.
Oh, damn. Well, I'm going to intercept that. 6 minus damage.
So you take 11.
Okay.
Vorkath.
Sorry, that's stupid.
What?
Dumb thunderclap.
I don't know why I laughed like Green Goblin. We'll meet again, Spider-Man! Alright.
Alright, I'm gonna give him 2 Eldritch Blasts. I'm gonna give him 2 big booms at disadvantage.
Wow, you'd rather have disadvantage than potentially take 1 hit.
Honestly, it doesn't matter anyway because I have Invoker. So if I miss, I still hit.
That took you out.
Those movies.
It's because I didn't even notice it.
Yeah, that's a moon saw. He comes flying in on a glider, and he's just like, out am I? Drops a pumpkin bomb. You all turn to bones.
My first roll at disadvantage was a 19 and actually a natural 20.
Holy God.
So I
those
hit
are-
that one. My second one is going to be a 13 and a 14, so I'll take the 13 plus 6 makes it 19.
Still hits.
Damn.
Dude.
That's 2d10s. 6.
Orion, it's your turn. Friend, and you're on deck.
I'm
Spiritual
casting
weapon.
spiritual weapon.
The telescope.
Right.
Yeah.
I knew that.
11. I will just attack it with my warhammer. That's 6 damage. Starts to crack.
Hey, yo.
Am I grappled?
Yeah.
I have my Warhammer out, so I'm going to use that. 22
Hit.
and a 19, which is a crit for me.
Oh.
Nice.
Champion.
I will push it away on the second hit. 7 points of bludgeoning damage. 17 points of bludgeoning damage for the
Didn't say how
second
long it had to
hit.
be.
This mimic is going to bite Friendin. 12?
No.
Gong Gong.
Yo, Gong Gong got a pseudopod coming at your dong dong.
It goes like this.
Gong Gong looks down, and then he flexes, and, and he goes, and he dodges. No, he goes like this. He goes like this. It's like, and he goes,
That's insane.
Gong Gong's gonna go over to that one.
attack of opportunity. 7, miss. This one.
I'm gonna dong dong on them. Can you roll? Thanks. 15.
15 hits.
Yippee!
And he gets sneak attack.
Get him.
And I get another one because of Nick, which is a fucking 7. So
Yeah, nice. Idiot.
Way to go, Nicholas.
Our favorite, dude.
God.
I love Nick.
5 plus 16, 21 damage.
Whoa, that one's nearly dead. This mimic is going to bite Orion. It's a crit.
God
dang.
dang.
I rolled double crits. I had advantage.
Another
it was
one?
2 crits.
Oh my god.
15 piercing plus 8 damage.
Okay, I'll do the interception
Sorry,
again.
15 piercing plus 8 acid.
So minus 7.
Vorkath, it's your turn.
Okay, they're kind of doing some stuff to my friend, and I hate that. Especially Orion, of all people. So I'm going to...
Acid.
I'm going to do a thing.
Vorkath, leave me.
Oh my god, bro, we're not even losing.
Okay, unfortunately, nothing terribly exciting happens after this. They beat all of the mimics. Yay! Time to continue.
You know, it would actually be kind of funny if I died to that mimic. You know, like being eaten and like absorbed into broken down into like base nutrients and nourishing another creature. I think it's a noble way to go. I kind of wish I had died to the mimic, but you know, c'est la vie. We move on.
In the center of this cool, dark room rests an ornate stone sarcophagus. Its lid is ajar, and it's not a lid; it's a jar.
And the
lid
jar is a mimic.
Its lid is ajar and broken. It contains nothing but dust. Hieroglyphs appear to have been hastily chiseled into the north wall.
What do they say?
Here lies the tomb of a moon saw. Know that ye have arrived too late to plunder his ransom for heaven's gate.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Gong Gong goes.
Damn, that's crazy.
Okay, I don't know where to go next. It's a complete dead end. There's no traps. There's no secret doors. There's nothing. They and also I have just missed the direction to go.
I'm gonna do my tremor sense again.
I don't know where to go. I'm also stuck.
Oh no.
There's nothing in here.
There's nothing in here?
no.
All right, quick.
here.
We need to fall back.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
Wait. Hey, look, the game doesn't even know where to go next. Fucking what?
Quick, someone get in the sarcophagus.
I knew getting into the dungeon, this was going to be the longest part. There's a lot to understand. 0 retcons yet. I think that's an achievement.
This is a bit of a conundrum and something I feared might happen in this particular circumstance. However, I know that Jacob Joshua Buds would never, ever lead me astray. He'll find us a way to get out of this. I'm confident.
I feel like this would have been a problem even if Jacob wasn't really ready. It seems like a lot of modules like doing this where it's like, ha, got you. You players thought you were doing something, you were doing nothing. I don't blame Jacob for this. We'll just take a second and figure out what we're doing here.
Rule number 4 of running a TTRPG game with no prep. Know the direction for the characters to progress. And maybe make it... Actually, no. Write an adventure where it's clear where to go next. Okay, we're going to back this up. How do we get in here? Area P4. Okay, so there is a way to progress. There is an offering bowl with a flame, and if you entered the flame, I figured it out. Where'd you like to go?
I'll just activate the tremor sense and let's double back like the way we came.
Yeah, you can tell that there is another passageway underneath you. And you can tell that it's originating from this statue over here.
I was
Yes.
going to say the statue with the flame. That's what I was going to say.
Let's
We
go
should
there.
check out
Okay,
next.
you guys go in there.
All right. I honestly remember him showing us that statue and thinking it's a little suspicious that that one has a staircase and the other doesn't. But I didn't think to look for it because, secret door is a little more alluring. But like I said, I need to put away childish things. I need to stop jumping at secret doors. I need to go the obvious path, the path of illumination, the path of flame, of knowledge. That's the Dungeon Delve way.
Thank God there's at least a 3D map of the dungeon.
Yeah, we're like, sorry, we have to go.
They're like, okay, did you find anything in the
We're
water?
working on it.
Okay.
A pot bit me. Let's keep
Yeah,
going.
it's
Wow.
clear if you want to go investigate.
All right, we
There's
will.
water.
Yay!
Yeah, there's water if you're thirsty.
Wow, I don't know how I feel about this
It's
because
white.
they didn't tell me. A domed ceiling caps this well-lit room. Burning wall sconces illuminate ancient scripts along the walls. To the north, a 20-foot-tall statue of a moon saw, arms outstretched, holds an enormous altar bowl of blazing fire. A stone staircase ascends into the bowl, with hieroglyphs carved into the face of the lowest step.
There's probably some sort of puzzle here. Like, we're going to figure it out and, like, it'll open up and then there'll be another secret passage or something. Or, like, something... I'm a little worried we're going to have to, like, crawl. And I'm very large. So if it's, like, really small, then I might struggle a little bit. But, like, I think we'll be here for, like, a good minute trying to figure out this puzzle and whatever.
It says, lay your offerings of food and drink for the gods in the blazing fire before a moon saw. That which the gods accept will vanish within the flame.
You don't have any food.
Oh, snap.
No.
I reached into the fire.
What? No.
Go.
It doesn't even burn.
Oh.
I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't.
It's kind of cool that the fire doesn't do anything and we can just kind of interact with it. But I think we have to listen to like the riddle and stuff. We want to make food and we'll just throw some stuff in it. Like 40 pounds.
Let me remember.
40.
That's one meal for Gong
Wait.
Gong.
Oh,
Wait.
Roll it back. Emma, Gong Gong went over and put his hand in the fire.
Oh, fuck.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
oh.
So just to let you know, you had to go into the bowl and touch that because it's a big bowl. To all of you, you watch as Gong Gong is consumed by the flame, vanishing in an instant.
Was it painful?
You don't know, you just...
Gong Gong goes, the snack.
He pulled back. I know that could happen. Oh.
If I had a nickel for every time that I touched something and I was immediately destroyed, I would have 2 nickels. And it's not a lot. But it is weird that it happened twice.
Well, that's a hell of a first retcon. I'm getting flashbacks here. Last time Emma crawled into a thing, touched a thing, and was just killed and cannot return. Oh, but it's not something similar. I'm having a lot of fun. It would really kind of dampen the mood if someone just got instantly bombed.
Guys, This is insane. I'm getting nightmare flashbacks to the Tomb of Freaking Horrors when poor Rosie got eaten by the dang gargoyle head built into the wall that I almost crawled into as Chucky Blunderfoot. Guys, I'm going to be so freaking real with you right now. If I touch this flame and I die, I don't think I can go on. I don't think I can be on Dungeon Delve ever again. Dying to a monster is completely understandable, but dying to just some auto death hazard, I'm better than that. I have been doing this for years. I am a certified dungeon delver. I've got my union card. I'll pull it out right now.
I've never actually seen Emma die with my own eyes, so this was a treat.
What do you guys do?
Oh my God.
yo, you're
I
gone.
pray. I pray.
Gigabyte. Make food. How much food can you make?
I can make 45 pounds of food.
Jesus
I told
Christ.
you.
We'll make all of it.
Yeah, I will create 45 pounds of food, whatever it was.
Just
whatever it
big
would be.
chickens.
Yeah,
Just-
It's like,
It's like the duplicating glitch in Skyrim.
I can look for his hammer.
You cast it?
Yep.
Yes, you sense it ahead of you, pretty far.
Okay.
So if you're there and you're casting, you're
I'm alive.
facing the statue, right?
Yeah.
Let's pretend I'm the statue and you guys are currently facing it. It's like almost level, but a little bit lower, and you don't. You just know that that's the direction.
Okay.
Guys,
Statue.
I think he's still here.
Oh, good.
I can sense something that way.
Okay, I'm okay. I'm there. I'm alive. I wasn't completely and utterly destroyed.
And with that, Gong Gong, you appear in a room.
Okay.
This octagonal room has a domed ceiling and smells faintly of sulfur. The scent comes from the 4 doorways spaced evenly around the room. Each doorway is filled with a rusty orange mist.
Oh.
It is the 2 horrors. Between the doorways are 4 levers set into the walls. A skeleton lies in the center of the room, loosely gripping a sword that points to one of the doorways. What do you do? This is just you.
I'm gonna go to the door that the one's pointing at. Yeah.
you sense his hammer.
Yeah, I want to see how long it lasts.
Where's he going? Where's he going? Where's he going?
They couldn't have picked a better adventure for me to try to run with no prep. I'm going to explain what's going on here to all of you because it's going to make no sense. Basically, they are teleported to the next level. The next level is an enormous maze filled with a bunch of magical mist, but the mist is only in certain sections. When you enter the mist, you lose all feeling and sense of direction. These bits of mist are supposed to disorient anybody who walks through them, so they can't just, know the direction they're going. Instead, they go through some mist and effectively just appear out on the other side without knowing which direction they went. That doesn't make any sense at all. What if there's a corner? How do they continue to progress? What if they're like a Roomba and they just continue to walk, not feeling anything and hit the wall and can't move? Basically, they should just be portals. They should just be walking through portals and appearing on the other side, where I effectively tell them, do you want to go left, right, or forward? And then I track which direction they go, and it's supposed to be confusing and disorienting and feel like an actual maze. And that's what this feels like. This feels like a dungeon master who really wanted to make a maze, but they were tired of their players flying over the maze, or moving through the walls of the maze, or holding out their hand to the left wall so that they could navigate the maze. So they were like, so then there's mist and you can't feel anything at all, and when you walk through it, you don't even know which direction you're going. When you walk through the mist, you can't see anything, you can't sense anything, it doesn't matter if you close your nose, you can't anything. Your body becomes numbed, so you can't even feel the wall next to you. You just emerge eventually from the mist. There is a way to go left, right, or straight.
I know what's going on now.
Right.
You travel through mist once again. There's another way to go straight, left, or right.
Right.
Okay. And
Perfect.
then...
Right.
Rolling to see
Right.
which.
Okay, we're now at the part that I knew about to some degree. Because I wanted to make sure that we knew what kind of maps we might need and what kind of situation we could set up for the table and stuff. I knew about this maze. Or at least if it was a maze. I didn't realize how crazy it was going to be. and the fact that we would lose a party member and that they would just start running into the maze without us, and we'd have to find someone to track them down.
We go back to you guys.
Okay. I'm pointing to where the hammer is.
Quick, put the food in the fire. Toss it into the fire.
Okay, here's 45 pounds of food.
Wait, all of it. You grab a stray McChicken, but all 45 pounds of the McChickens go into the fire, and they're enveloped by it. And you watch it.
I think it's bland, tasteless food.
Yeah.
The big chicken.
Oh, it's just gone?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing happens.
No opening? Okay.
Quick, I can't think. Okay, we got to go after Gong Gong. I'm going up and I'm touching the flame.
You are vanquished by the flames. Do you go as well? You all appear in this octagonal room once again on a pile of McChickens. Slightly buried under the McChickens is the skeleton.
Yeah, I grab one and go.
You're in an octagonal room.
my God.
There are four
This is-
misty doorways
this is
to
the
go,
fucking best.
and there's a skeleton lying on the floor that's pointing towards one of them.
That way. That way. Let's go.
I can sense the general direction, I think.
Yeah, so we'll
but-
just let you lead us then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Gong Gong.
How long is
I
detect?
believe it's 10 minutes.
You sense the hammer moving, but when you make your way through, you lose sense of it. And there is a way to go forward, left, or right.
Which way is the locate object?
Well, I can't feel it anymore.
Oh, wait.
No, once you emerge from it, then you can.
Okay.
You guys
okay.
have
I was
to
gonna say.
remember
Okay,
which way.
northeast.
So either go right or forward.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
right?
wait. Hang on. I will point that way and cast message. Gongon, stop moving. Or come back the way you came. We're here now. You can tell me what... You can reply to this message.
That's horrifying. That is absolutely horrifying. Gong Gong's perspective is in a room of mist, and there's a million ways to go, and then all of a sudden hears, "Hey, stay there." What the? No. You hear a distant.
Jesus Christ.
They're killing him!
In your head, you get back like, oh!
I don't have the heart to tell you what he said.
Okay, we need to go right or
Yeah.
forward.
I guess let's go forward.
Forward.
Yeah.
There's a way to go left, right, and forward.
Where's Gong Gong?
He's now behind you.
This maze of light is crazy. I was vaguely familiar with it when I picked this, but I don't really know how it works. I don't know if these are portals. I don't know if this is actually just a maze and we're just having trouble navigating it, but I should have pulled out pen and paper and drawn like a diagram of like where we were going, but it was just getting a little too much for my head. But I do think that it's very cool.
I will message him again. I'll say, don't move. We're on our way to you. Something's killing you. Don't scream.
Shut up! I'm so fucking scared right now.
Okay, small thing, Gong Gong. We have to go back in time a little bit. When you first went through the first mist, on the floor was 137 gold pieces. Did you
Okay,
pick them
yes.
up or leave them there?
No, I picked them
Okay, so you guys never saw it. You have 137 gold pieces. I am so impressed with their ability to navigate this thing. I am barely able to comprehend it on my own, but the fact that they were using a combination of locate object and just keeping sense of direction in theater of the mind, these guys are so good at D&D, it's ridiculous. I think earlier Dieter called me something like a professional DM. Let me give you the best professional DM advice that I can. Have super smart players. Makes the game really easy.
Let's go right.
If we end up back in the McChicken room, we can start pulling levers.
There's a way to go left, forward, and right. Gong Gong is to your right.
Ah,
Okay, let's go.
found him.
Let's go right.
You go to the right, and
Oh,
Gong
wait.
Gong, you watch as your friends emerge from the mists.
Oh,
Give the boy some McChickens, for goodness sake. He's starving. Look at him. Barely any skin on those bones.
what is it, episode like 6 or 7 now? I don't know, but we're dungeon delvers. We're professionals at this. Just like our DM can run without any prep. We can figure out whatever dungeon's going on, because if you think about it, we have 0 prep all the time.
Oh,
Hey.
Here you go.
Yeah.
In this room, as if you guys are leaving the mist, there is a way to go forward and left.
Forward.
All right, why
Yeah,
not?
I guess so.
Okay, you guys go forward. You
chilly.
come out into another hallway with a way to go forward, left, and right. And on the floor of this area, a trail of platinum pieces starts in the center of this corridor and leads to the west archway, the one to your left. The total value of the coins is 152 platinum pieces.
Holy crap.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Hey, wait. Put those back down. Put those back down. Put those back down.
Leave.
This is a trail that somebody left.
I follow the trail.
Okay, fine. You know what? I think I'll just start leaving Caltrops.
Yeah.
That can't end poorly.
Yeah. We could leave some of the McChickens.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? Hold on. Let me
leave them
let me check
slice.
something really quick. Weight of
there's too
the
much mayonnaise on this
average
one.
McChicken. A McChicken weighs approximately 5.1 ounces.
Oh my lord.
Oh, so we have a ton.
That's
This is
16.
in a pound.
16.
Yeah, 16 ounces in a pound.
God.
So 45 pounds of food is
Is-
720 ounces. 720 divided by 5 is 144.
144 McChickens!
Well, then we have plenty to create a little trail then.
How many McChickens do you leave?
We need to make like an arrow in the way that
Yeah.
we can,
No.
like in a triangle.
Do not tell
No.
me.
We'll do one, and we'll take the buns.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
take
Yeah,
the
yeah.
bun.
Yeah.
Eat it
the
into
bun.
an
We
arrow.
will disassemble the McChicken
Yeah, eat it into the arrow. Perfect.
into the shape of an arrow.
You cut with your teeth a bun in the shape of an arrow.
I think that this McChicken plan is flawless. There's nothing that could go wrong with this.
So the McChicken is pointing to the left.
Yes.
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 You guys go through the mist, and you are in a room that goes right, left, and forward. And there is a McChicken bun on the ground pointing to the right.
Oh.
Whoa. Whoa.
Damn.
Oh, we just entered.
Yeah.
So if it was back, forward, or left, we went this way and came in this way.
Okay, let's go back.
You go back, and you come in, and the McChicken is pointing at you.
Honestly, brilliant. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Brilliant strategy.
Is that 100% accuracy?
This is why I love D&D. In no other place can you say the phrase, "Which way was the McChicken I summoned pointing?" and have it make sense.
So the party progresses forward and eventually finds a room that has like a bunch of spikes in it and treasure, and then they summon a bunch of ghouls, and then they fight the ghouls, and then we run out of time. And yep, that's basically the end. I think it's a good point to end here. But I think it's good to end on the high point of the flawless McChicken strategy.
First off, big props to Jacob. As a fellow GM, I know that it is hard to run a game even when you are prepared. So running this with no prep, I think it went pretty dang well. However, I am dissatisfied with the conclusion. We left off right in the middle, right as it was starting to get good. It took us halfway through the episode just to get to the dungeon. That's not Jacob's fault. That's the module's fault for starting us in the middle of the desert and making us do random encounters. I, as a union member of the Dungeon Delvers Union, LLC, I don't know why we're a limited liability company, would like to see this through. I want to find Amun Su or Amun Sa's rod and his stars. I want to see it. Hashtag back for Jack in the comments. Part 2 of Pharaoh. Let's do it. Yes.
I want to give a little applause to Jacob because that is a crazy thing to be able to do. Just run a game without knowing anything, and you don't even know what game you're playing or running. That I can't imagine. I can't imagine. My notes when I DM it, they're so long. There's so many things. I have to memorize things. It's a lot of work. And Jacob just threw it together and did it. And yeah, there was a couple of mistakes, but like, when is there not? Even when you are prepared. Also, I'd like to see where this goes. There's a lot of things in here, and it seems just a little bit like a less annoying Tomb of Horrors.
I'm really impressed by this whole thing. I think it's a fun little adventure to go on yourself as a DM, to see just kind of, really, you can't rely on anything but your own voice and your own adeptness to learn the situation and think on your feet. And it just shows that you can totally do it if you're trusting yourself and your players. Just a little bit of time and you can figure it out. Plus, Jacob's like a really good DM, so.
You know, Jacob is pretty much a professional DM, and I don't even mean that as like a joke. Like, he's been DMing for a while. So as much as he was victorious in doing this, I don't think that means that a regular DM wouldn't be able to do this either. Because if you guys notice, all it really did was make us spend a little bit more time looking at the book, which we kind of already do, even if we know what we're doing. I mean, like, how many of you guys haven't stopped to be like, hey, what does this spell do again? I've also been a victim of the DM jitters as well. So the fact that this is kind of just able to be run like this, and granted, it's a module, so that probably helps a lot. Don't be afraid next time, guys.
Overall, I went into this a little bit too confident. I thought I was going to be much better at this. And everybody said it seemed great, but I know how much I was struggling. Not to shift blame or anything, but TTRPGs are improvisational games to begin with. There is always going to be an element of unexpectedness at the table. That is a part of the fun. You have to stay on your toes. You got to be ready to react to make the game fun for your players and for yourself. If I wasn't challenging myself with running the book exactly as it's written, I don't think we would have wandered in the desert for that long. We certainly didn't need to fight the air elementals. I don't think I would have included those NPCs, researchers that are in the pyramid. There would have been no water in those silos. And I would have hinted in the hieroglyphics about the flame that allows you to progress into the maze. And I would have just turned the mist into portals. Good God. But I think for myself, I learned a lot about what's important to prepare for TTRPGs and what isn't. For starters, combat and random encounters, you can update those on the fly as you go. But where I struggled the most was having NPCs be true to their written intention and also trying to understand some complicated mechanic that was made in the book, which makes a lot of sense. In future games, the parts that I should really know and have down are the NPCs, the backstory of why anything is happening in the first place, and any crazy, weird, complicated mechanics that I want to use in the game. So it looks like the answer to having very little prep for a D&D game is right in front of your nose. The parts that are the most complex, you should prepare ahead of time. That's basically it. And if you don't have time, then don't include things that are complex or make all of it up and hope that nobody remembers any of the details later. Thanks for watching this episode of Dungeon Delve. It means a lot to me if you made it to this point. As I say with every single one of these, we put a lot of work into this. So to all of you who watch all the way to the end and also go and watch the VOD on Arcane Arcade, you are a real one. So thank you so much. This is genuinely my favorite thing that we are creating right now. We have so much more in store. So if you want to see more, share this with your friends, hit that like button, and nope, not going to do it. Thanks for watching.